begin this session from where we left
And we're
off
rolling.
last time. The group is still in the Guardians HQ. Now, after they did get Eno to try a couple more drinks, but yeah, they thought it would be funny to give him pickle juice. It was funny at first. Then he threw up all over the floor, so that wasn't good. Meccano made them clean it up too, so they weren't happy about that, and they stopped. After that, Loki actually kind of went away from the group. She said that she wanted to make sure that Panther's cell was working and that she didn't come back out. And then she kind of left, which was odd to the group because the last thing they remember, Panther didn't get in a cell. She just kind of went away. So they were a bit confused about that, but they didn't question it. She'll be back. They know she will. So they're just kind of hanging out in the Guardian HQ. What's everyone doing right now?
I'm thinking, Eno's just kind of recovering from being fed a bunch of mysterious liquids.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's his first time throwing up, so.
And his first time drinking and tasting.
What was Sarge doing last week?
The last thing he did was eat a sandwich.
Oh, was he smart enough to eat that sandwich?
Yes. Though I do remember, so he ate the sandwich, but because of his fiery insides, it didn't even go anywhere. It just burned up once it got in his mouth. So he doesn't really understand why everyone likes this whole eating thing.
Drinking thing, and he wants to find a drink.
He wants to. Okay. What drink? He wants to try to drink water?
Yes.
It doesn't even go in his mouth. It just boils as soon as it goes past his teeth, his maw.
Can he survive drinking water?
Oh god.
Time to roll and find
Roll
out.
will check. Fortitude.
Yeah, will check.
I like how we're already rolling and we all haven't even decided what we're doing right now.
What?
Alexa, off. I like how we're already rolling yet I still haven't said what Goop was doing.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I mean, we're just going through everyone right now.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. What is Sarge's will? I can't remember. Oh, his will was pretty good, actually. Okay, so Sarge gets a glass of water. He pours it from the pitcher, and he remembers that Robert told him, "Do not drink water." He decides to drink it anyway. As we've established, everyone in this campaign is an idiot. He pours the water in his mouth. As soon as a drop hits it, he feels bad. He feels like his body will fall apart. But he decides to drink the water anyway. He finishes his whole cup. Now, the flames in his body are diminished greatly. He feels like he might die, but he's actually doing all right. And you know what? Due to persevering through that, I will actually give you a extra tough point, which means your HP goes up.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
How in the world does a stone man have melting lava inside of him, but when he transforms to a rocks, separate rocks, that lava doesn't go everywhere?
Just cause. Because I mean, I think the better question is, how is there a stone man here at all? But It's fine. Yeah, just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh my god, I feel like somewhere in his head he should just like have a little bit of water for Goop to go into when so he has a place so he don't have to.
he's he's got, he's got like a
that
hole
water
hollowed out
that
in his head.
No,
Just with
that
some
water that he just swallowed like eventually cools down and it's just a water hole for Goop.
he it mixes with the lava. He makes his own Lazarus goo on his head so that Goop, if Goop is ever separated from its Lazarus goo, it can survive in Sarge's head.
Got emergency Goop.
Yes. Don't worry, Goop. I have your emergency goo.
Rather die.
What is okay? So now that we've got that done, what is Goop doing?
Um, I guess he's still like in a cat form, just kind of like walking around.
Okay. And of course, Jason is playing his violin, and I'm going to actually roll for him. I guess this would also be a will save, and it's going to be for something really stupid. Basically, I'm rolling to see if he has enough confidence to play his violin so everyone can hear it, or if he has stopped time so that he can do it. Okay, yeah, his will is decent. All right. So yes, Jason has been playing his violin so that everyone can hear. And he is a bit nervous. It's been a long time since he's just kind of played in front of people. Like crowds of people are different because he can never like hear like all of their critiques at once, but now he's in a small condensed room with just a couple people, so he's not sure what they're gonna think, but he's playing it anyway. And Eno has heard music before, though it was mostly kind of like in passing, you know. He never really stopped to listen to any type of music, but he did try to actually listen to Jason's playing. So what does he think about that?
Is this something that was previously written, or is it improv?
Jason stops. I just kind of play from my head, so I guess improv.
That's good.
Oh, thanks. And he just kind of like awkwardly looks away and then slowly goes back to playing again.
How does that work?
Uh,
that.
What the violin or like the
Oh my God.
the sword.
The improv.
Oh, well,
Give me that toy.
I guess I just think about what I'm currently feeling, and it just kind of comes to me, I guess.
That's interesting.
You know,
Oh,
it's kind of hard to tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
Most of the time I'm not. That was not sarcasm.
Gotcha.
Usually I save my insults for combat. Though, well, combat and for people who I know won't be able to pick up on them.
Hi,
But-
guys.
You and the others here seem a little more discerning than, say, those 3 members of the Dragon Cult. Or, fuck, Cobra Cult. Jesus.
Don't worry, slip of the. Well, okay. No. Keep going.
Citizen.
Oh?
No. Keep going.
Okay. Seem at least somewhat more discerning, anyways.
Yeah.
Capable enough of picking up on whenever someone could be belittling you.
Yeah. Well, considering that Loki's been poking fun of me for the past how long has it been? 14 years now.
Oh.
Yeah, you get used to it.
So it's less intelligence and more experience?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that.
Though, those aren't entirely separate things.
You know, I've been wondering, what exactly are you?
Ah, finally.
He puts a hand, quote unquote, on his chin, quote unquote, as he kind of thinks how to explain this.
This is one of those odd situations where this is the only situation where I've actually wanted to explain something instead of just, dancing around it for 30 minutes to hopefully get someone to just stress by something. But I suppose something of an eldritch deity?
An Elstrus
Huh.
kitty.
It's strange. Just some sort of eldritch being. Me and my kin are not from any universe or place in particular.
I just, like, while he's explaining that, like, Dr. Meccano's head is slowly poking out from her lab.
But I guess it's not that we are too complicated for humans to understand. It's just trying to figure out how to describe us in a way that a human could relate to, or trying to figure out what we are relative to mortal creatures. It isn't just that we're more powerful, we are entirely separate, usually incapable, or in the case of most of my kin, unwilling to interact with mortals.
I see, I guess. So, you're like, I don't know, what was that thing called? Like, Cthulhu, right?
I'm a bit more active than him,
Oh,
But-
but you know him.
yes.
Does he actually like live underwater? Or...
No, not anymore. Awoken a long time ago. Now he does the eldritch deity equivalent of sitting on a couch, eating potato chips, watching football. That's what it's
Oh.
called, isn't it?
I mean, well, so there's like there's there's like our football, and then there's like the British football, which we call soccer.
What?
Yeah.
Never mind.
On the ball.
I suppose either works. But that's not unique to him. That's just what most of them do now. Sometimes I wonder if they had ever done anything.
Huh, that sounds boring.
It is. Why do you think I'm here and not there with the rest of them?
Huh.
Hey, you asshole.
And he kind of looks down. I guess it's kind of like why I'm here. I mean, yeah, sure. They gave me a home, but it's not the only reason I'm staying
Sure, Mother
here.
don't run out of his ashes?
Like, yeah, I want to be a hero. I want to help people, but I could have just stayed in Alleytown. Paige and I could have cleaned up the streets, or she would call it. But I guess there was just no passion there. Nothing really for me to strive for, you know? Like, yeah, I want to help Alleytown. I want to help Paige out, but, you know, that can only get you so far. I wanted something more, something different. So, I guess that's why I'm still here.
It is interesting. One of the things me and my kin would always make fun of mortals for is doing things, wanting things, you
Go
know,
get your toy.
needing things,
Good
having
lord.
any kind of goals, knowing that it doesn't matter anyways. Don't mind the fact that we had never established what it means for something to matter and why that's even relevant. I guess
Get your toy.
that isolation from all mortals caused us to become indifferent to everything. It doesn't matter if you've had a hand in creating the universe or the multiverse, when you don't actually get to live in it. I'd hardly call what they're doing living.
And actually kind of seems angry as he's letting that out. It's not just a simple annoyance. This is something that has been annoying him for a very, very long time. He's never really been able to just kind of say it to anyone, mainly because no one would understand, care, or they just run away from him because, well, I mean, look at him. But
The potato.
he feels something different, kind of just like a weight lifted off of him, that he finally gets to just say that to someone and have them listen, even if Jason can't really understand. After all, he knows how dumb this group are, but it just kind of feels nice.
That word, passion. What is that?
And-
You don't need to explain it to me like I'm a complete alien, even if that's what I am to you. It's not an entirely alien concept to me. I just specific.
I guess what it is to me is it's that feeling you get, when you want to do something and you want to do it more than anything. And you want to do it good. You want to do it the best way you can. You don't care how many people tell you that it's dumb, that you'll never do it. And you don't really care if you're good at it or not. You just want to keep doing it. And even if it is pointless and even if you'll never be good at it, you still want to do it.
That is. Yeah. Anyways, we need to hunt down the rest of those pieces.
And so McKenna was like fully like they didn't notice, but she was like she rolled in her office chair and was sitting there that whole conversation, jotting down notes. And as he says that, she perks up and she quickly wheels back into her room, starts clicking on her computer, pushes
Can I-
enter.
Can I roll real quick for
Yeah.
awareness?
Yeah. Or what's he trying to be aware of exactly?
Meccano.
Oh, okay.
Happening at this point.
Yes. If you're planning on trying to harvest something from them, it probably won't work.
Oh, no. Definitely not. Anyway, I found that other piece you're looking for.
And she brings up a news report on her computer monitor. As the others walk in, they see that it appears some bank exploded. And at first, well, actually, here, I'm gonna have Jason roll. Gavin, if you want to roll too.
Okay.
What's happening right now, Corey?
So,
Jesus.
jeez. So what's going on right now is Jason and Eno had a in-depth conversation, just going over how they aren't different really at all, and Eno asking him what passion is and what it means to have it. And now Meccano has found where the next power piece is.
What's Sarge doing?
I don't know. You have to say what he's doing.
What I want Sarge to do.
I mean, here I just rolled for him to look at this picture.
Yeah, intelligence.
So actually it's awareness, but as they look at the picture, they don't actually see what she's talking about. It appears to just kind of be an explosion in a bank. But as they squint, they do see some sort of just kind of like sparkle in the explosion, just like one tiny sparkle. And as she zooms in, they do notice that is indeed one of those pieces of the power. And it appears to have landed, like it was falling towards the bank as it was exploding.
There it is.
All right, let's go. And as Jason was about to move out, McKenna turned around.
You might want to know where they're actually going.
And she continues through the news report showing that it appears the villain, it says in the newspaper, the notorious villain Thriller strikes again. But yeah, Jason scratches his head. He has no idea who this is. I'm sorry, Notorious? Who is this? And as they look at the news report, it appears to be a tan skinned man, with sort of neck length black hair, wearing a very fancy white suit. He does have a black tie and a white fedora on his head, and he appears to be not simply walking out of the bank, which is exploding. He is strutting out, and he is being followed by a very pale-skinned woman who also has black hair, who has an umbrella.
You know. Well,
It looks like they're going to all the banks in the city.
Oh, we have to
and
stop
they're just blowing them up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
Look.
And she's like scrolling through multiple news stories of a couple other banks that they had destroyed.
don't banks usually have valuables in them?
Usually they've got money most of the time.
That, anyways, I'm sure those buffoons have some reason for doing what they're doing.
Wait a second.
Next bank should be down in District 3.
Could we swing by the fragment on the way there?
And she's typing more into her computer, and she pulls up it looks like a geolocator, and a signal appears, and surely enough, it's going towards District 3, but it is moving. She turns around with a big smile on her face.
It looks like they already have it.
Yeah. God. Fine.
Sarge, can
Let's go take it from them.
What was that, Jacob?
I was gonna say something, but
I guess Goop is like with them because like it's just a cat.
I mean, yeah,
I was gonna ask if
It's just in a cat like form right now.
yeah.
I was gonna ask if Sarge can do like another intelligence check to see if he knows how to stop Thriller, or if he knows any information about him.
Well, that would be an absolute no. He would not, because first of all, he's from an alternate universe. So even if he did know a Thriller, it would not be this Thriller. But well, okay, all right. If
Sarge can he make a stupid comment like, "A Thriller? I know a Thriller. I think he worked down at the
okay, yeah. You know what? Actually, yeah, I will have you roll for that.
boss."
Oh, but his
It could just be a stupid
his
flashback.
his intelligence is. Hang on. Yeah, his intelligence is a 0.
His intelligence is like
It's a 0.
yeah.
Okay, so
All the wrong.
Sarge actually tries to think back. He does know a Thriller back home, though he's kind of just like entertainment for the rest of the Resistance members. So he just kind of shrugs it off like, nah, there's no way that's the same guy. Actually, Phoenix, do you want Goop to do an intelligence check for that?
What's happening? I'm sorry. I'm
General,
distracted.
I think. I'm playing a game, but I'm playing GTA, but I can roll.
I mean, I can roll for you if you want, but if you can roll, that'd be nice.
one is it?
Which one is what?
The die roll thing.
Oh, it's a 1d20.
No, like what's server or which thing is it on? Is it under the D&D one or?
Yeah, it's under the D&D one.
Okay.
But Jacob, Sarge knows a Thriller. In the Resistance, he's pretty much their entertainment, but he doesn't think this is the same one.
But can he still tell the story for jokes purposes, just to lighten up the mood?
I mean, yeah, he can tell everyone. And okay, so Goop basically has that same thought that, I mean, it knows a Thriller, though so Sarge knows that Thriller isn't actually his name; it's just an alias he goes under when he performs for the Resistance. But Goop actually thinks that Thriller is his real name. Other than that, both of them have the same thought of, nah, there's no way it's him.
Hey, you guys. I just remembered that. I just remembered that name sounded so familiar that I know a guy named Thriller. He was a nice guy. He really enjoyed the nice weather. He liked sitting out on his front porch and drinking coffee.
Wait, you know Thriller?
I do. I mean, it might be a different Thriller, but I know this guy's named Thriller, and he liked to sit outside and drinking coffee. He also
All right.
blew up a car once, but that was an accident. He put the wrong gas in his tank.
Before gas got outlawed.
But now they're saying from where I'm from in my universe that gas is about ready to be outlawed. They're about to go back to horse and buggy. Either that or we're gonna be riding bicycles. But I'm gonna be on a conveyor belt ready to get chopped into smithereens.
I just see Jason like looking confused, and then he turns back and as he's running towards their car. Well, okay, you know Thriller, that's good enough for me.
Did you remember that Goop? That was a nice day, wasn't it? When we met that old man sitting there.
Does Goop actually like say anything in response or just meow?
Meow. Meow, motherfucker. Leave me alone or I'll suck your lava out and eat it for lunch.
If you suck my lava out, you might be turned into fish sticks or like fried catfish or something.
They all get in the car as Goop and Sarge are arguing, and they drive off.
Now
Now,
the characters would tell me to shut up.
as they are driving down to District 3, they do eventually get there, and well, they find Thriller pretty easily, in fact. He's not running. In fact, he's casually walking down the sidewalk. It seems like he's flipping a coin up in the air as he's walking along, and there are police who do try to corner him, and they do point their guns. One of them actually tries to fire at him. The woman next to him opens up her umbrella, and the umbrella blocks the bullet. And right after that, it appears that the umbrella is also a gun, as she fires her own bullet at the officer and instantly kills him.
God.
Yeah.
Why do they even get the police to take care of criminals like this?
Well, I mean, depends on their powers, really. If they only have certain weapons, then they are legally allowed to still go after them, but...
That and it's the first line of defense.
Oh, well. I'm sure I could make better use of that pistol.
And and Jason quickly gets out and he takes out his badge. Now he doesn't say anything. He doesn't want Thriller and the woman with him to notice. But he takes out his badge and shows the officers that he is with the Guardians. And as they see this, they all do back down and they take their injured away.
Can Eno do a bit of a pickpocket thing here?
Ooh, yeah. Okay. As you roll for that, and this will actually help your chances. Jason actually
Ooh.
does salute the officers as they go by, just as courtesy. But while the officers were looking at him, they also saluted him back. Eno actually took that opportunity and took the pistol out, and it's actually the same pistol that the dead officer used, and got it into his own hand.
Yes.
And
It's an interesting weapon.
and Thriller just saw that, and he just kind of shook his head. they could even hear him do the. As he just continued walking down the street, all casual too.
Okay. I think. Hey, rock creature.
Oh, I think you might have
Piss.
left. Jacob. Nope. No, he's gone.
He's dead.
Okay. Well, okay. Here's my explanation. Sarge has already gone into stealth mode, and remember, he's so stealthy that people don't know where he is. So, as Eno looks for Sarge, he can't find him.
Get it tomorrow. That's why I was asking if they.
Oh, wait. Hey,
840.
Where did the rock creature go?
They're
God,
looking at-
son of a...
Guys, I'll be back. I gotta make a phone call.
All right, that's fine.
Ah,
They're
it's
looking
incredible.
around. He can't find him. He was right here.
Well, that's what I was going to ask him to do anyways, is be stealthy. How does he even do that? Anyways, slime creature. Where's that one?
And
Meow.
Goop pops its gooey cat head up.
Okay. How good are you at stealth? What's
Turns into a puddle.
I just imagine turns into a puddle, but because Goop's still a fish, so the fish is like flopping in the puddle.
It's interesting what passes as an answer here, but I'll take it.
I mean, I'm a fish. I mean, meow.
Can you roll for Goop for stealth?
Yeah, hold on. I'm in a police anti-riot unit, but I can roll. I like how we're about to take down a bad guy, and my guy is in an anti-riot unit. My guy in GTA. Oh God! I just realized what that.
Could you possibly try and get some advantage over this Thriller without him noticing?
Goop.
So
The puddle disguise is not preferable.
advantages was water, but it would be really cool, like if they dropped only the fish in water and it went wee.
I'm back.
Okay, hey Jacob. So to explain what happened, why while you weren't there, we said that Sarge already went into stealth mode, so the group has no idea where he is because he already went stealthy. They can't see him. They have no idea where he's at.
This is
Did
incredible.
he like turn into a pile of rocks or like?
I was going to leave that up to you, but I thought it would be funnier if he didn't. He just stood still like
Just
a
stood
statue.
still? Yeah.
They just can't see him. They have no idea where he is.
Can he have like his jetpack like turned on so it has like some kind of little flame coming out and they just think it's part of the statue?
Yes. And he uses that to propel himself. So when he's got to move, he just like shoots over to the like right a little bit and stays still again. And then they're like, "Hey, isn't that the same statue?" Nah, it's different. Nah, it's gotta be. They must have just like a
Yeah.
row of statues here. It's fine.
That
But why do
means
they all look alike?
mass-produced. Clearly.
So
No,
all right,
Behind him, that's like that's not there no more.
okay. I'm gonna roll for him too. But what does Goop want to do to try and be stealthy here?
What are their disadvantages?
So they rolled a 17, which I mean that's pretty incredible. Even with the stat, which would be, I guess that would be agility, which is a 0. 17 is still really good. So basically, you can try to do anything. I was thinking that Goop keeps the puddle disguise, but like moves the goo puddle so that they can move, and then whenever like they think they're in anyone's sight, they just stand still.
You know what I thought about him being stealthy could be?
What?
Well, he's a fish, so I was thinking that maybe he could like hide in a fountain or something, like a nearby fountain or like something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, I mean that's possible too. There is a fountain nearby.
No, I feel like he No, he finds like a vent for a building, right?
Yeah.
And then like climbs up the vent. Oh my god.
What?
Okay.
I can't. It's,
All right.
you know where my headphones are?
So, Goop with so because they're flopped on the goo right now, they just have like one eye planted onto the street and the other is looking straight up, but they try to look at the surrounding buildings. Sees an air vent. They form back into their goo ball and hop onto the side of one of the buildings and starts climbing up it. And they squeeze through that vent into the building. And they just kind of like stay up near the ceiling so that they can look at Thriller and that woman through the windows throughout the buildings. Now, as that is going on, Sarge is trying to do the statue technique, using his jetpack to boost himself to the side to keep up with Thriller. Now, as he's doing this, it doesn't seem that Thriller has noticed him. However, as he boosts up, the woman is staring at him. And she's staring at him very, very intently.
AI will be right back.
All right.
Ooh. Can Eno use telekinesis to like get dust in her eye or something?
Yes, do it.
Ah, fuck.
Damn. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, I got this. Okay, so Eno sees what she's about to do, and he can even see that she is slowly raising up her umbrella towards him. As he sees this, he finds, like, near that fountain area, he sees some dirt, and he tries to use his telekinesis to pull up the dirt. But as he tries to, like, fling it towards her without being too suspicious, the dirt starts breaking up, and he's not sure what to do. Now, I'm going to try to roll for Jason to see
Sorry.
if he can. Yes! He
Hey, sorry
snaps
for the
his
bad-
fingers and stops time as the dirt
Sorry for
is
the bad
like
quality
about
I
to
put the
split
headphones.
apart. Oh, that's alright, Jacob. As the dirt splits apart, Jason stops time and he runs over to it. He grabs it into a clump in his hand, runs right up to her, and throws it right in front of her face. He runs back to Ito. I just see Ito's got like a grin on his face.
This will
remember,
be funny.
he unstabs his fingers, and the dirt flies directly into her eyes. She steps multiple steps back, trying to get the dirt out. Thriller turns around. Now, Jacob, you're right in front of these two.
Oh, boy.
What do you want to do here?
What are my options?
Well, you can try to talk, you can fight, you can run. It's up to you. What do you want Sarge to do in this situation? The bad guys are right in front of us, or at least they seem like bad guys, but the one guy's called Thriller. So what do you want to do?
I think he just wants to exchange looks with Jason to see what I should do.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. He looks actually. I do want to roll something for you. I want to roll an intelligence check. Just another one.
I wish we was able to like talk with our minds between our teams.
yeah.
Well, I mean, Goop can, but
Yeah, but only with me.
2.
Soupy doopy goop the third.
the third.
I was gonna say let's just give him the fourth.
No,
The
no,
third.
that was all part of the joke.
Give me something, but I didn't hear you.
I don't remember the joke.
So, Phoenix's first character was Alexander the Fourth, and Goop is the alternate universe version of Alexander, but because of complicated shenanigans, he got turned into Goop thanks to
Oh.
Robert, and Goop was the third attempt at making Goop, which is why it is called Goop the Third, or Soupy Doopy Goop the Third, instead of Soupy Doopy Goop the Fourth.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Anyway, so as Sarge gets a good look at Thriller, he still doesn't think it's the original Thriller. I mean, it can't be. I mean, the Thriller who he knows is like an older guy in the Resistance, like who does entertainment for the Resistance. I don't know. He's in like, I don't know, maybe his 50s. This guy looks like late 20s, early 30s at his oldest. Now, Jason, he sees what's going on. He sees that Thriller might do something here. Oh boy. Man, what does he do? Okay, I'm gonna actually roll for intelligence for Jason. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Man, we're
Wait.
idiots.
So, doesn't Goop have that thingy save? Were they saved?
Yes.
What is
The
it?
the
Wait.
amalgamation.
I know something Eno could do.
Well, it's only the animal or whatever it was inside of it. He like absorbed it.
Yeah. Yeah, the amalgamation, which is part. Well, yeah, because so the amalgamation was an animal mixed with nanometal, but after Goop absorbed it, the nanometal turned into more Lazarus goo. So like the nanometal's all gone. It's been made into Lazarus goo. So Goop has this animal Lazarus creature inside of them now. And it's alive. Goop can talk to it. Now Goop is watching from inside the building that the group's next to. Goop is watching. So Goop can do something here.
Is there anyone in the building he's in?
Yes, there appears so it appears to be some sort of like some sort of fancy sort of like china shop. There's a bunch of fancy plates and cups and stuff. And there is sort of like an older gentleman who appears to be working at the or in front of the cash register, and like two customers inside.
I can't do it. I was gonna see if he could like launch themselves out of the building, but I don't know if that could possibly hurt someone.
So it depends. So you're right up near the ceiling. So you could try to break down the wall. I mean, Goop is the brick class, so it shouldn't be too hard if you want to try to break down the wall.
Yeah, we can try that.
Well, actually, if Goop like rams themselves through the wall, like full on with their goo body, then they can absorb all of the bricks into the goo so that no brick will fall on anybody.
True.
Yeah, so you could easily do that, and that would protect everyone. So you will have to roll higher to do that.
So I think I know. I think I want him to or them to like. Is there like a main ventilation system? Like, can he just like come out the roof?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, that's what they want to do.
Okay. So Goop does go back into the ventilation system and goes up on top of the roof. So they are now on. They're now on top of the roof, and they can see what's going on below. They can see Thriller, who is going up to the woman. He seems to be trying to make sure that she's all right, but he does notice Sarge there. Now, what does Goop want to do?
He wants to like separate into tiny little goo balls, and then just like spread them around the roof of the building.
Okay. All right.
You have
So
this one like in the middle.
okay. So that is what Goop does. They separate their Lazarus goo into smaller balls. One of the balls does contain the amalgamation, and spreads them across the entirety of the roof of the building. Now, we'll cut down or back down to Jason. Now, Jason, I already rolled for this. He isn't really sure what to do during this situation. He doesn't know what Thriller is actually capable of. He assumes that due to the numerous banks that he apparently blew up, he's gonna have some ability, but he doesn't know what it is. And he doesn't want to. He's afraid that if he tries to stop time again, he won't. And if they hear him snap his fingers, then they'll notice everyone. So he is at a loss. What does Eno want to try to do?
Eno wants to try to read Thriller's mind.
Ooh, okay. Roll, please.
Yes!
Ooh, okay. So, Eno closes his eyes and focuses in on Thriller. He can hear Thriller's thought go through his head. As Thriller turns towards the statue, he
I
stares
don't
at
want
it.
to play with him right now.
He can hear that gaudy-looking statue. What's this doing here? I don't remember it on this block. Oh well. I just hope Annie's alright. And he can actually see Thriller turn back, and he's helping the woman who, guesses is the one he named Annie, get the dirt out of her eyes. And as he does so, and she is able to actually open them again. Ah, there, that's better. Now then, I suppose it's time we continue our mission. And he turns around, flips up his coin again, and they just continue walking.
All right.
Now, before Eno ends his, transmission into Thriller's head, he does hear one last thought. And I hope that group of do-gooders behind us hasn't noticed that we've caught on to them.
So, what is the mission?
And Thriller stops. He kind of slightly turns his head, and he tries to do it in a way where the group don't notice that he's he knows that one of them is communicating to him, but he doesn't he doesn't turn his head back far enough for them to immediately know he's looking right at them. And he continues, he turns back forward, and he continues walking, but he's walking at a slower pace. I see, they've got a mind reader with them now.
Well, that didn't take long.
So, how long have you been in here? What all have you heard?
Not too much. I've heard that apparently you have a mission, that you are, to some extent, blind, and that you care about who I assume is your partner.
Ah, well, I respect her a great deal, after all. She's been quite a great help during these past couple excursions of mine.
So, why are you destroying these banks? Is there not money in them?
Oh, of course there's money. But, well, I guess you could say that's the reason I am destroying them. I've never been much of a fan of money. I mean, sure, it got me these nice duds, but I'm not really a big fan of that whole thing. But that's not why I'm doing this. I could care less whether people have money or not. I'm destroying the banks because, well, that's what's given me all the attention.
Wait. But aren't there significantly more famous humans that don't terrorize cities?
I see. I'm trying to make a different sort of impression. I'm tired of that typical showbiz crap that everyone's famous for nowadays. I mean, you don't even really need to be good anymore. You just need to know the right people, have the right kind of cash. And I'm not about that. I want to send a message. And as he says this, he's actually starting to kind of get more theatrical in his mannerisms. Before he was simply flipping that coin up in the air, but now he's doing like full-on hand movements to exaggerate his talking points as he's talking to Eno through his mind.
Can Eno just start casually following them?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Annie does start like aiming her umbrella, but Thriller actually puts his hand on her arm and has her lower it, and Eno can hear his thoughts. Not now, Annie.
Dissatisfied with the status quo.
Oh, most certainly. See, I was kind of a Broadway man. I had my name up in lights more than a couple times. But, well, like I told you, things just kind of got stale. Things got so corporate. It wasn't about the show anymore. It was all about the biz.
I suppose I can understand that.
I do see, like, Jason started following as well, because he's not sure what's going on, but Eno's doing something. So he's just kind of walking beside Eno, looking very cautiously.
In any case, the organization I'm currently associated with has deemed the annihilation of banks and the people within them not good.
Yeah, didn't think they would.
And if your only real justification is your dissatisfaction with the status quo and your own inability to be creative enough to overcome it through non-violent means, then I struggle to see how any agreement can be met between us.
I suppose not. I mean, this is my passion, after all.
Passion.
Now, just for a moment thinks to himself about that. It's odd after what Jason spoke to him of, that passion now seems to have multiple meanings for multiple people, or perhaps it's not multiple meanings. It means the same thing from person to person. It's all what people are passionate about.
Passion. Everything with you humans is multifaceted, unnecessarily complicated.
Now, see, that's where I think you've got me wrong. Quite a simple man. I only want one thing, and I'm willing to do anything to get it.
It isn't your individual being, it's the principles by which you exist that annoy me.
Hold on, y'all. Be back.
Or
And,
at least
go
this
ahead.
weird idea of passion.
And at that, Thriller stops. Just completely stops, and Annie looks a bit confused. Sounds like you're in a bit of a slump yourself.
A bit.
Now, gotta tell ya, back when this first happened, when I really did feel like my passion was being taken advantage of, I had that same mindset that, why should I care about this? Why does it even matter anyway? I could keep going with my life. I could make as much money as I wanted. I knew all the right people. I had all the right connections. But you see, that was just so boring. I mean, what's the point in living if you got nothing to live for? If life's easy, you know?
From what I've seen over the past few hours, I feel like the easier option is to blow up banks.
Now you're getting it.
No, you said that. Well, why would you want everything to be easy? But you're going with the easier option. It's so much easier to, in defiance of a system, take out your dissatisfaction on others instead of trying to change that system, instead of trying to do anything meaningful, just engage in little mindless bouts of what I get the impression you don't assume is, what is it, rage? You just think it's a message. Some message you're trying to send about society and not just you being mad, unhappy.
And, Thriller's mind is silent for a moment. Maybe you're right. This time, he fully turns around to look at Eno. Wow. You are much better looking from behind. And this time, he starts talking out loud. How about we have a little test against each other? And he's still flipping his coin. See, I'm a betting man. I'm not doubting what you're saying is right. But I'm also saying that what I'm saying ain't wrong. So, how about we just see whose passion is better?
Can Eno just be smiling right now?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Let's see whose passion is better.
Does Thriller not know that there's other people?
He knows of Jason.
He knows that Jason's there because Jason's literally right in front of his face. He saw Sarge, and it's hinted that he knows that Sarge was there, but he hasn't directly mentioned him yet, and we don't know if he knows about Goop. And Jason's kind of looking in shock. What's he talking about? What are you guys talking about?
We're going to fight.
And oh boy, here we go. Thriller snaps his fingers, and as he does, Annie pulls out what appears to be some sort of device. Just kind of like a small radio. Hang on. I was going to start playing the song, but then my link left, so I gotta get it again. Hang on. She's gotta find it on her.
She's not good with phones.
No, that's not her profession. No, she's great at umbrellas. All right, here we go. Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh no, what happened? Is it still going for? Oh, there we go. Okay, it's cutting
It's
out.
like cutting
Oh.
out as you're talking.
Oh,
It
does
only
it just
doesn't when
do
you
that?
talk.
Oh, that's lame. Oh wait.
Okay.
Okay, I got. You just have to turn it down. Yeah, there we go. Okay. As the music starts, he does a twist, and he strikes a pose.
God. Okay. Can Eno do a mental or like a psychic blast?
Yes.
I am back.
Hey, Hunter, we're playing Thriller.
Ah, fuck.
Cool, dude.
Ooh. Okay. As he fires the blast, Thriller twirls in the air to dodge it. And as that happens, Annie has her umbrella block the attack, and that is a surprisingly resilient umbrella. Now, it wasn't a really powerful psychic blast. I mean, Eno doesn't want to kill Thriller if he doesn't have to. But even so, he's surprised at how easily she was able to block that. And just like before, she fires that gunshot. I'd like you to
Wait,
roll. And I
could
know.
Could
I know
Eno,
what
Roll
you
it.
do.
Well, no. Could Eno use the teleport of the chair?
Yeah.
Good idea.
God.
Yes.
Fuck.
And as
Is there a way to
as-
turn the music down?
you have inspiration, Gavin.
Oh,
You do have
You have an
inspiration.
inspiration.
Yeah. God.
Well, it's
my
better.
my inspiration has literally never worked for me.
It has not.
Damn.
Okay, I want to try something then. Can I try exactly what he's gonna do?
Damn.
We don't have a chair.
I mean, you can try
And
and
I'm not
like
gonna stealth
get
mode
him
over
out
there
of the
too?
way.
Can Sarge
If
like
you-
uses lasers? Or fire breath?
To like cut through the bullet. I mean, yeah, you'll have to get a high roll, but sure.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh!
then.
Okay, guys, I
All
can't
right.
hear you.
Is
There
it-
we go.
Turn
is
down
it too
rhythm.
loud? Okay, did you get it fixed, Phoenix? You got it, Phoenix?
I just couldn't hear you guys.
Oh. Okay. So, Eno tries to get his chair to teleport, but it's not doing anything, and he remembers what Meccano said. The chair teleports to wherever the group is. The group's right there, so it's not going to actually really take him anywhere else.
Damn. I was
As-
gonna try and do it like it teleports him to the exact same position, but like right at the right time.
I
But
see.
I'm thinking now it's more of like an instant teleport, like there's no delay.
Right,
So
yeah.
it looks
Yeah.
like he just doesn't move.
Yeah, which and that makes him afraid because he's not sure what to even do about this bullet. But as the bullet is going towards him, Sarge appears from the corner. No one even like they all forgot he was even there, and fires his laser vision. The laser burns through the bullet and actually hits the gun tip of the umbrella. It causes Annie to be thrown back. It doesn't do any damage to her, but it seems to do a bit of damage to that umbrella.
It seems my companions are much more competent than I originally assumed.
And
Let's
as
turn the music down.
oh, what was that, Phoenix?
Is there a way to turn the music down?
I mean, I turned it down for me. I mean,
You gotta click on it. You gotta click
Yeah,
on
I
You
mean-
right click on it. Right click. Wait, are you on a laptop?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right click on Diet Rhythm, and then you'll get like a big list of things. Right below user volume, there's a slider. User volume is right beneath add
Yeah, I
note and
got
right
it.
above mute. Okay.
There.
yeah, there you go.
Now I can hear you guys.
All right.
Hey, you guys.
What?
So, okay, no. I'll wait until after Sarge's attack and then we'll do it.
Okay, I mean, this is after Sarge's attack.
Oh,
I was gonna
He
say
already attacked?
when Umbrella person tried to shoot I was gonna say, could you try to like fire one of his or their balls to like block the bullet?
So Sarge
Wait,
burned through
he
the
already-
bullet already. But Goop can try to fire a goo ball at the umbrella to make sure that she can't fire anything again.
Yeah.
He wants to try to hit her eye, like one of her.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so I'm not going to get off because I'm still going to listen. And if y'all don't want me to, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, I won't do it. But I gotta take.
Was that for Sarge or was that for me?
Is that?
Well, that
Is that
was
okay
the
to
last
go off?
roll was for Sarge. I didn't roll for you.
I'm just gonna make sure because I heard like a lot of Discord messages.
Oh, I'm just setting this to loop.
Oh yeah,
Is
I
that
forgot.
okay for? Is that okay with
Really?
you guys, or like?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, if you want me to leave, I can, but like I gotta take a shower before my grandma goes to bed, and I kind of don't want to leave, like miss what happens. But if you want me to leave to go take a shower, that's fine.
Hey, Corey.
No better.
I mean, yeah. If you can just like hop off, and if you want to come back on, and we can try to catch you up to speed, but
I like speed.
Try to use Sarge. I'll let you make his decisions to help.
gotcha. All right,
Corey,
I can do that. What's up, Hunter?
I'll be back.
can you send me the link to that video so I can the song that we're using so I can credit it in the description?
I mean, I sure.
All right.
There you go.
All right, cool. Thank you. But anyway, yeah, the game is going pretty good.
All right. So Goop tries to fire one of their goo balls at Annie. However, as the ball is flying towards her, as she's trying to regain her composure, Thriller quickly takes his hat and a blade pops out from it. And in a swift motion, he just cuts through that goo ball with ease. And now, with that hat in hand, he's going to try to throw it at the group. Now, he's going to try to throw it at everybody here. So
Have fun trying to hit me.
well, okay, not I. Everyone but Goop. He's not aware of Goop yet.
Okay, so do we all roll?
Yes.
I just thought of a thing I could do again. Oh,
Man.
I might not live.
No. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta roll for Jacob. Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay.
you know what would be incredible?
What's
If the
that?
hat just sticks in Jacob.
So, as the hat starts flying toward the group, Jason is getting ready to stop time. But before he can do that, Sarge uses his jetpack to shoot himself up into the hat. As he gets up towards the hat sinks into his mouth. And he uses the magma inside of himself to incinerate the hat. And Thriller is looking with his eyes wide, mouth agape.
Wait,
As
I just...
Oh, go ahead.
Can Eno try and hit him over the head with the umbrella? Like
Yeah.
using telekinesis while
Do
he's...
it. Yes, while he's stunned.
Fuck!
Okay, hold up. Okay. Eno does try to use his telekinesis to lift the umbrella. However, Annie has regained her composure. She yanks back on the umbrella, which actually gets it out of Eno's psychic field. And instead of simply firing at him, she rushes up and starts attacking him. Now, due to Sarge getting the hat, and he's currently flying up in the air past them, Annie was able to get past him and run directly up to Eno. She's about to try to strike, and I'm going to roll here for Jason. Do you want to roll, Phoenix? You can try to roll to stop this as well.
I like how this has basically just been they try to attack Eno, but then someone else intervenes. Like,
Yeah.
I actually think that's incredible.
Phoenix, you still there? Oh, there. Oh, okay. All right.
Someone please roll for me.
Okay, I'll do that next time.
Damn.
So, before she can hit Eno, Jason takes out his sword and clashes with her umbrella. They trade blows with each other. And as they are trading blows, Goop tries to fire a goo ball at her. She is able to dash out of the way, but as she does, it makes an opening for Jason to slash at her side. She does fall to the ground in pain, but as she does this, Thriller moonwalks up to the group. As he does this, in between his fingers are three coins are in each of his hands. He throws them at the group. I'm rolling here. Okay, what is everyone gonna try to do with these? There's 6 of these coming at us. Like, okay, I just want. Oh, go ahead.
So the chair is up off the ground, right?
Yes.
Eno wants to just, like, have the chair just, like, lean back so he goes onto the ground.
Okay.
Roll.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Literally, all of my rolls have been terrible. Jesus
I
Christ.
know, Dice Maiden. You must have done something to make Dice Maiden mad, cause oh
Like-
boy, she's not having it tonight.
Oh,
Okay, well, yeah, I guess I just told her off, so now she's gonna give everyone bad rolls. I'm sorry about that.
Oh
It's
my
the best
God.
thing ever.
Okay, here. Okay, and now I'm rolling for you, Phoenix. You might want to roll for yourself. I don't know if this is gonna be good. All right, I'm rolling. Okay, that's at least decent. So, Eno does try to do that. He tries to lean back so that his chair touches the ground and the coin will miss him. However, as the coin passes just above his head, he sees those aren't normal coins. He only sees it for a second, but he sees a blinking red light. And right as he sees that, that coin explodes. It knocks him out of the chair onto the ground with, I mean, he's not sure if his race has blood, but if they do, that's what this stuff is. It's more of like some sort of like black shadowy ooze coming out of him. Jason tries to hit the coin away, and it explodes as well, throwing him into a wall. Sarge was not able to maneuver in the air fast enough in order to not get hit. The explosion actually damages his jetpack, causing him to fall onto the ground. Now, Goop, luckily, being up on that building, was able to dodge out of the way as the coin exploded, but it's caused an explosion to hit the building, and the ceiling started to crumble in on itself. There are still those people down in there. What does Goop want to do?
He wants to, like, use the amalgamation to, like, do something. Like, try to get the people out, I guess, while he's, like, just sitting there.
Okay. All right. Let me roll for that.
Okay.
Okay. So, as that is going on, the amalgamation quickly leaps down as the building crumbles, and it quickly pushes the people out. And as some of the falling roof is about to hit one of the people, the amalgamation leaps on top of the person's head and jumps up to get hit with the rubble. The person is able to escape, but the amalgamation is currently crushed under pieces of the roof. And Thriller, he does a cocky moonwalk back to Annie and strikes another pose as he's looking at the injured group.
No, the amalgamation's doing that. Could I have Goop just, like, collect itself and just, like, pop down there?
Yeah. Do you want him to like try to do anything specific or just hop down for right now?
Just hop right in front of two of them.
Okay. So, as he does that pose, Goop does reform with all the remaining goo balls and hops down in front of Thriller. Oh, so you gonna give up yet?
I just thought of another thing Eno could try to do. He could try to pull Thriller into the goop.
Do you want to do that?
No.
Okay. Well, actually, instead of just trying to do that, would you like him to try to mind read Goop and communicate that? And I will not have you roll for it, and the reason is because Goop will not try to resist.
Yes.
Alright.
Sure.
Well, okay. I mean, Goop can if you want Goop to resist, Goop can resist, but I'm just saying there's no reason for Goop to resist.
Like, I have ideas.
I mean, if you want Goop to resist, then go ahead.
I like Gavin's idea.
Oh, okay. All right. So, with a shaking hands, Eno aims at Goop and tries to get into its mind.
Slime creature.
Huge.
What can your goo do to human flesh?
That's a good question. What can it do?
Okay, so you're just asking me.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Lazarus Goo's main function
Oh my god,
is
yeah,
to
I remember.
heal.
Yeah.
So,
Really speed up the aging process.
No, it
That's what it's for.
stabilizes it.
yeah, it does. Yeah, it does stabilize the
Yeah, that's right.
aging.
When it's yeah.
Yeah, it heals, it stabilizes. So, really, the only thing that putting him in Goop could do is Goop could try and trap him.
Never mind. Okay.
The fish could eat him.
Oh, well okay, yeah, because we did establish that the reason Goop is the brick class is because the fish is just indestructible. So
Oh.
if Goop, if he gets in the Goop, then Goop the fish can just slam itself into him.
Break his neck.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Slopping it with his tail.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay. Slime creature. Could I push this thriller into you?
Yes. I will take it from there.
That would be appreciated.
All right.
Now that might be a little bit of an issue. That umbrella looks
Roll.
Yes!
Okay! Aims at Thriller as Thriller is looking very cocky at Goop and the rest of them. However, he starts feeling some weird sensation and he sees his body starts sliding towards the goo. He turns around and unintentionally, it looks like he's moonwalking into Goop. He gets stuck in Goop and he's trying to reach out for Annie. She tries to rush over towards him, but as she does... Gotta roll here.
Yes!
Sarge rockets over. His
Yeah!
rocket, wow. So his rocket is still broken, but he was able to get one boost out of it. He rocketed over and pushed her out of the way. So now Thriller is inside of Goop, and as he's in there, he can actually kind of feel his wounds heal up, and it's actually not that bad. But then he sees Goop, a fish, staring at him. What do you want? Okay, alright, here, let me roll for Goop.
This better be good, because I don't have a second inspiration.
Ah, fuck.
Damn.
No.
Goop turns around and starts smacking him with his tail, but what Goop didn't really account for was that while Goop is doing damage to him, the Lazarus is healing him. So he's still stuck in the goo, and he's getting slapped, but the slaps aren't doing anything.
This does. Eno wants to try to take the umbrella again.
Okay. I want to see if I can have.
Oh!
Yes!
Is it
At this moment,
20?
as
I needed that.
Jason comes out of that building, he is bleeding through. He feels like his bones have completely shattered. But he looks more determined than ever. And Eno sees this just like that moment back with Tommy's training. Or, before their training. When it was just Jason and Tommy. His sparks fly out from him. His hair becomes a pristine white color as time stops without him having to snap his fingers.
Can Eno just get back in his chair, just like smiling now?
Yes. As this happens, time starts and stops constantly from every step Jason takes. Saber takes, I should say. And from everyone else's perspective, it looks like he's just kind of vanishing and reappearing out of nowhere. As he walks up to the ball of slime, when time stops, he puts his hand through the goo and touches Thriller. As he takes his hand out and time resumes, Jason snaps his fingers. Time does not stop this time. Instead, something happens in Thriller's body. An orb of light appears from his chest where Saber had touched him. And that ball starts to get bigger until Thriller's body completely implodes on itself.
Jesus.
Now, I do just want to mention this is actually an ability in the class that Jason has. This is the Time Trap. It's normally an ability he has at all times, but I have changed it so it only works during these moments.
It's been a while since I've seen that one.
And Jason sort of regains consciousness. He starts looking around. He's not quite sure what happened, and he sees that Thriller's just gone. Annie looks completely destroyed as she sees this.
I don't think this music's appropriate anymore.
No, yeah, here I'm gonna. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna stop this.
She's taken a while to turn this thing off. There we go. Jesus.
She's looking in horror at the group. And Jason's not sure what happens, but he turns back to her. Look, I didn't want it to have to come to this. please, just turn yourself in, hand over that little glass piece you found, and we know you found it, and we can just let all of this go. Does anyone else want to try anything here?
You absorb.
Can do an intelligence check to see if he knows what happened there?
Yes.
Because I feel like he's seen it before, but he doesn't.
Yes, you can roll depending on what you get.
Yeah.
I can give you more of an explanation.
Oh,
Okay then. So Eno has seen this before. In fact, he's seen this happen from the Time Space Corps. Now, he's only seen it to what they deem as dangerous criminals. Criminals who essentially get put to death, get that punishment. And something that he does note this time is that the Time Space Corps aren't actually made out of various people of different races and from alternate dimensions and stuff like that. No. The Time Space Corps is actually made up of one race in its entirety. A race known as the Chronosapien. These are people who are humanoid in appearance, though their skin is fully blue. And all of them have the ability to stop time and to warp it just like Jason did. Now, Eno isn't 100% certain. After all, Jason looks like a normal human, and from what he's said, he is a normal human, but he has the Chronosapien powers. There's no denying that now. But also, what Jason said about him not having parents, Eno's starting to wonder, what if Jason actually is a Chronosapien? Though as to why he ended up here, and with no memories of being a Chronosapien, or why he doesn't have blue skin, are all mysteries.
that's. Anyways, yes, what he said.
Annie, she looks, she actually does take out the glass piece. She starts looking at it, and she looks up at the group. She is frightened completely. Oh.
Can
Do
you know?
Hello, what I miss?
Oh boy. All right. What you missed was there was an epic moment where Sarge ate Thriller's hat. Yeah, so we were fighting Thriller. Thriller was going to throw his hat at the group because it was a bladed hat. And it was actually going to work, but Sarge flew in, put the hat in his mouth, and ate it because of the magma in him. It burned the hat completely. So Thriller didn't have that anymore. He then threw bomb coins at us, which did do a good bit of damage to us. However, Goop came down, worked with Eno to trap Thriller, and then Sarge shot himself at Annie so that she couldn't save Thriller. And then Jason.
Guys,
Ascend-
when you're explaining that, I have to step out real quick.
All right, no problem. Then Jason went full on Super Saiyan and imploded Thriller from time, pretty much.
Oh boy.
And now we're just trying to get Annie to surrender, which at this point it looks like she might. We're hoping she doesn't try to use that piece of power like Panther did.
Oh boy.
Can Eno try to read her mind?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Okay, I'm checking your intelligence, which is a 6. Okay. So, he does go into her mind, and of course it's frantic. Just her repeating a couple things over and over.
He's dead. They killed him. Why? Why would they? Will they kill me?
Just the simple phrases repeated over and over and over again in her head.
No. We have no intention of killing you. We had no intention of killing him.
Her face is still frightened.
What do you want this for?
Well, we want that so that the world doesn't die.
She stares down at it. What if I want the world to die?
Oh my god.
I guess I should explain more properly. The world doesn't just die. Whatever fate awaits it might be the equivalent of human death, but we can't be certain there won't be something terrible after it. Listen. At this point, I don't feel like there's much convincing I can do to try and get you to not do anything with that. Although, I guess I will say that piece alone won't end the world, it's just one piece of many.
Can you roll for presence?
Yes. Ooh.
Okay. She looks down at the piece again and she stands up. She walks over to Eno specifically and holds it out to him.
Eno wants to take one, just grab it with his hand, gently.
And she still connected through the mind reading. She looks up at his face. Don't make his death in vain.
We we will not.
And
I will not.
I do just see him kind of clutch that piece harder.
Yes.
And Jason just kind of motions for Annie to go to the car. And now Eno knows because because they showed him previously that in the car they do have like handcuffs for the villains, but Jason didn't get those out. He simply showed her to the car, and she does follow.
Ah,
But
I just thought of what it might be a good time for to do when they get back to the base.
okay. Alright. As they get back, Jason he gets in the driver's seat and he just kind of stares down at the dash for he's not sure how long. In reality, it's like 2 minutes, but for him, he's not even sure how long. He's just sitting there staring.
So, death. That's what you humans are so afraid of.
I don't even know what happened. I just felt
Usually, that tactic I used is just to get someone irrational, a bit worked up, either to make them make them less willing to buy something but less capable of knowing when I've sold them something. Occasionally I'll use it to fight them, but I've never felt like I needed to get rid of someone. Though I could sit here and question whether or not I needed to. I should even. But
Tommy says that sometimes this stuff happens. You can't do anything about it, but
what is your name again?
Jason.
Jason. I guess if this is par the course for heroes, it might be important that you understand sometimes it's not just what happens. Sometimes it's what needs to happen. And, well, you also need to learn or know that just because you were the one to pull the trigger, so to speak, doesn't mean you were solely responsible for the murder.
And he doesn't respond to that. He does start the car and they do start driving, but he's still silent as they drive back. Now, as they are driving, Eno does take out the two connected pieces of the power, and he does reconnect the third.
This is interesting.
And they do eventually get back, and as they all walk in, Butch is actually there to meet them. Oh, you're back. That's great. I had something to tell you. What did Dr. M say it was? Oh yeah. She found the other 4 pieces. That's the good news. I forgot there's good and bad news. So that's the good news.
What's the bad news?
They're all at the Cobra Cold headquarters.
No. We'll
What did I miss?
take care of that in time.
All right, Phoenix, really quick. What you missed is Jason is traumatized for killing a man without him even realizing that's what he did. He had a conversation with Eno where Eno is he was basically trying to tell Jason that it's okay, it wasn't really his fault, but also feeling like, that really shouldn't have happened. We got back to the base, Butch showed up and he told us that, good news, Meccano found the other 4 pieces. Bad news, they are all at the Cobra Cold headquarters. So, she said that Basilisk has 1 of those pieces. I mean, yeah, because, he combined with it. But the other 3 pieces are with different members. Medusa probably has 1, probably, because, I mean, she was our leader, so I would think she'd have 1. I don't know about the other 2, though.
Well, we'll know soon enough. Now, please. And wants to just motion for him to go.
No, and he's like, okay, yeah, all right. And he moves out of their way. They all walk back in, and Jason, he just finds the nearest chair. He sits and he just kind of slumps down in it.
I think Just wants to. Wants to go find Tommy.
Okay. As so Eno does go over. He tries looking in the training room, and he does see Tommy. Tommy, he does still. So he has like the bandages and everything off, but the wounds are still there. He is like hitting a punching bag, and he tries winding up for a really strong punch. And as he does, he grabs his arm as the wound starts to open itself again, and he grits his teeth. Oh, hey.
Well, it seems like you are not faring that much better than the rest of us. Should I go confide in someone else?
Oh, no, it's fine. It'd probably be good to take a break now anyway.
You do know that goo creature, goo has some healing properties, yes?
Yeah, I might go do that, but it's just kind of a, I guess, me thing. Trying to have the body be able to get past this sort of thing. When you're a hero, you gotta learn how to deal with whatever life gives you, you know?
At least don't let them get infected.
Yeah, it's probably good. It's probably a good idea. Probably get some stuff to put on it in just a sec. Anyway, what's up?
Goop on it.
So, death. How common is this in your line of work?
Depends on which way you're trying to spin it.
You killing someone.
He kind of like nods his head, and he's silent for a moment here, and trying to think of exactly how to word it. Well, can't say it happens all the time, but to say it doesn't happen at all would be a complete lie. It, well, depends on how you look at things, really. Sure, there are the villains that you can't really keep alive. I remember one, he was a really gross skeleton guy. I think his name was Robert. He was bad. He set up a whole bunch of stuff. He kidnapped people, cloned people. He messed with people's heads. He almost nuked Russia, Moscow specifically.
Already I can tell this isn't comparable.
Anyway, my point is there are villains that at the end of the day we gotta take out. That's just how it's gotta be. But then you have other cases where someone, or I guess something, causes someone to die, and, well, whether it is your fault or not, you feel responsible.
And who's to say you aren't?
Well, that's kind of the hard part. See, we can justify to ourselves all day that it was unavoidable, that doesn't matter, that You gotta push through things, but no matter what you try to tell yourself, it's always gonna be there. In your head, in your mind. You're never gonna let it go. And he actually turns his gaze over. Now, on the very back wall is the Guardian's emblem, which has everyone's symbols with the angel above them all. You know, that's why we even have this symbol in the first place. A lot of people just think that the reason we call ourselves the Guardians is because we're supposed to be this city and, well, the world's guardian angels, but that's not what this means. This symbol was a way to always remind us the people we lost, the friends we lost, good, bad, somewhere in the middle. People that ultimately shouldn't have died or didn't deserve to, but did one way or another. But the reason we keep this symbol is because the thing about death is you can't reverse it. Well, I mean, there might be someone who can. There's been a lot of crazy stuff, but you only get one. Right. You only get one chance at this whole life thing, and it's sad whenever something like that happens, but our job as not just heroes, but as people, is that we can't let that stop us. We can't let that death define us. We have to push on, not just for our own sakes, but for their sakes as well. And he looks back down at Eno. Well, I guess they're like at head. They're like the same height at the moment. So he looks back at Eno. I'm not sure what happened out there, but I can tell that you feel responsible for it, and whether you are or not, that's not for me to say. And all I can tell you is that while whoever died can't come back, it's because of that you have to carry on their legacy, their will.
I see. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
So let's pop again.
Okay, no problem. Now, can you show me where Goop is? I think it might be good to maybe get these healed.
Yeah. Also, you may want to check on Jason. I'm not good at anything involving interacting with humans, so...
I gotcha. Alright, I'll see what's going on. And, they walk out, and, Tommy does... So he does go to Goop to, get his wounds healed, but as they are healing, he does turn to Jason, and, well, they do have their conversation, but I believe that this is a good place for this session to end. While